This is Tank's Vlog for June 26, 2018, wrapping up today in sports. Da 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 dun 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 dun. It's official. The Mets are a Little League organization. We have got a manager. Who thinks losing is good as you learn from your losses? Terry Collins, wherever you are, I am sorry. I am sorry that I never appreciated you. I am sorry that I actually wanted you to be fired. I am sorry that I'd never realized that you got the best out of this team year in, year out. I miss your fire. I miss the fact that you actually said things that were on your mind. I am sorry. I miss you, Terry. Please come back. Mickey Callaway is killing me. I have called Mickey Callaway Richie Kotite, Mickey Kotite. I had a fear that this would happen. All the way back to spring training. There was something that didn't strike me right about him. Now, the 11-1 start fooled me. I actually liked him for the first 2 weeks of the season. But then he said something like, we're not going to go into a tailspin when he just lost like the first few games. He knew this was coming. He knew he was fooling people. He knew he was overmatched. And yet he took this job. He's benching he's talking about life lessons and learning from the losing, and yet he's benching Ahmed Rosario, who, granted, has a lot of flaws in his game, but he's a whole hell of a lot better than Jose Reyes and Louis Guillorme. Louis Guillorme is like kicking the baseball around. Why do we have such garbage on this team? Seven straight losses. 4-18 in June. Awful. And they're down 5-0. They make a little comeback. You knew they weren't going to win because they tease you. They've hit into a million double plays. Every aspect of the game right now. I'm gonna just, and they just keep shoving the same crap out on the field every night. It's brutal. It is brutal. How somebody has not been fired yet is beyond me. They're just, what are they doing? What are they doing? Something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. You got to fire Sandy Alderson now. He built this crap. He oversaw a farm system that is brutal, the worst in baseball. He brought in players like Louis Guillorme. The Mets are dumpster divers. Dumpster divers. Hanley Ramirez, there's no FBI investigation. He's not under investigation. Sign him! I know that's another dumpster dive, but at least he's got a pulse. But we dumpster dived. We dumpster dove and got Adrian Gonzalez, who wasn't that bad, but then they release him. We keep Jose Reyes around for God knows why. He can't hit. He can't field. He's a shell of his former self. Well, we don't want to embarrass him. We want him to go out on a good note. Go out on a good note. Go out on a good note. Why? Why are we being nice to this guy? This guy is a first-class jackass. He's a domestic violence man. He beat his wife. He's a deadbeat dad. And the Mets, well, we don't want to be. We want him to go out on a good note. You do that for players with class. You don't do that for Jose Reyes. Cut his ass. And now Robert Gsellman, he's starting to struggle. He's had a bad week. The bullpen can't keep games close. Of course, it doesn't help that Gsellman goes out to 2 innings. Mickey Callaway doesn't know how to manage this bullpen. I actually thought he'd do that good, being a pitching coach, but he's screwed that up too. Learning experience. Then you get Chris Beck. Anthony Swarzak, boy, you knew, brutal signing. Brutal signing. Todd Frazier, massive disappointment. Jay Bruce, terrible. You have Nemo. You have Conforto. Lagares, who's hurt now, but notwithstanding, that's what you had in the offseason. Why not take the money for Bruce and spend it on Mitch Moustakas? Nope. They don't think. They don't think. Their scouting staff is terrible. I look at these teams. Everyone, when the Mets are playing, balls hit hard. It's lined at the right person, right place. I don't ever see the Mets they don't ever seem to be fielding the right position. I know their scouting and developing players is bad, but they have no advanced scouting. They're not prepared to play any game. And there's nobody that ever tries to go the other way on the shift. Dominic Smith doesn't know how to bunt. They're just terrible at every aspect of the game. It's basic. And they're saying it's a learning experience? Learning experience, you learn. They're not learning. They're going through the motions. They're saying the same crap every day. That's not learning. That's losing. And you got a loser mentality. You jackass Mickey Kotite Callaway. You suck. Elsewhere, Yankees beat the Phillies 4-2. Red Sox were off today. So Yankees are a half game ahead in that race. A's over the Tigers 5-4. Royals blanked the Angels 2-0. Mariners 5-3 winners over the Orioles. Marlins beat the Diamondbacks 9-5. Marlins knocking on the Mets' door. Mets gonna be in last place soon. Rays beat the Nationals 11-0. Albies hit a walk-off home run. Oh, I tell you, There's a team that knows how to pick players. The Braves. Walk-off home run beating the Reds 5-4. Rangers 7-4 winners over the Padres. Blue Jays doubled up the Astros 6-3, handing Justin Verlander a loss. It was the Cardinals 4-0 winners over the Indians, and the Dodgers beat the Cubs 2-1. NBA awards Monday night, no real surprises. Although I think Brad Stevens deserved Coach of the Year more than Dwayne Casey, and James Harden took home the MVP. Ben Simmons, Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. Victor Oladipo, Most Improved. Sixth man, Lou Williams. No surprises. Final portion of group play began on Monday in Russia. Uruguay humbled the hosts 3-0. I mean, Russia's going to be in to the round of 16, but they were exposed today by a real soccer power after beating up on Egypt and Saudi Arabia, the two teams that played each other in a meaningless game, with Saudi Arabia beating Egypt for Mid-Eastern pride and ending Egypt's World Cup at 0-3. And then we had a pair of ties in Group B, Spain and Portugal advancing. Spain tied Morocco 2-2, kind of a surprise there, and Portugal was tied up by Iran, and that was another surprise. So we'll be seeing Spain taking on Russia, and Portugal will have a tough matchup with Uruguay in the round of 16. Today's three stars are Blake Snell of the Rays, who had a no-hitter through 6 and allowed 1 hit in 7 innings against the Nationals. John Grant, who also allowed just 1 hit in 7 innings for the Cardinals in their win over the Indians. And Kente Maeda, who also allowed just 1 hit for the Dodgers against the Cubs. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, who turns 26. And we take a look back to 1983, when Rusty Staub got a pinch hit single in a loss to the Phillies. It was his 8th straight hit in 8 straight pinch hitting appearances, tying a major league record. Rusty Staub, who passed away earlier this year, was a pinch hitter extraordinaire for the Mets in the 80s. So check out the story on Barstool Sports and the Sports Encyclopedia, and keep an eye out Tuesday morning. RDT of Barstool will be joining us on Allow Me to Be Frank. We'll be doing a special about basically getting close to mid-season in baseball. So keep listening to that. You're going to enjoy it. I guarantee it. Good day. Stop recording.